Once upon a time there lived a kingdom called Edo. It was a prosperous kingdom, known for its rich culture, strong warriors, and wise rulers. The land was blessed with rolling hills, dense forests, and rivers that sparkled under the warm sun. The people of Edo were hardworking and kind, living in harmony under the rule of King Oba, a ruler loved by all. King Oba was a man of great wisdom and fairness. He had ruled Edo for many years, bringing peace and prosperity to his people. The king had two sons, Prince Ife and Prince Udo. Ife, the elder of the two, was everything a king could hope for in a son. He was brave, just, and cared deeply for the people of Edo. The people looked forward to the day when Prince Ife would take the throne and continue his father's legacy. Prince Udo, on the other hand, was nothing like his brother. From a young age, Udo had always been different. While Ife was out in the field helping the villagers or training with the warriors, Udo preferred to stay in the castle, scheming and plotting. He was envious of his brother and resented the way everyone seemed to adore Ife. Udo wanted the power and the throne for himself, and he would stop at nothing to get it. As the years went by, Udo's heart grew darker. He became known for his cruel and selfish ways. The people of Edo feared him, and whispers of his wickedness spread throughout the kingdom. While his father and brother tried to guide him onto a better path, Udo's desire for power only grew stronger. One fateful day, King Oba fell gravely ill. The once strong king was now weak and bedridden, and it became clear that his time was drawing near. The people of Edo were filled with sorrow, for they knew that they would soon lose their beloved king. But as they mourned, a different feeling began to grow within Prince Udo, an eager anticipation. With the king's health failing, the time for the throne to pass to Prince Ife was near. Udo knew that if he didn't act quickly, he would lose any chance of becoming king. He couldn't bear the thought of bowing down to his brother and living in his shadow for the rest of his life. The jealousy that had festered in Udo's heart for years now consumed him completely. He began to devise a plan to rid himself of his brother once and for all. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the castle was bathed in the orange glow of twilight, Udo sought out the court physician, a man named Ayadil. Ayadil was a skilled healer, but he was also a man who could be easily swayed by promises of wealth and power. Udo approached the physician with a cold smile. "Ayadil," he said, "I have a task for you, one that could change your life forever. If you help me, you will be greatly rewarded. But if you refuse, well, let's just say it would be unwise to refuse." Ayadil, knowing Udo's reputation, felt a shiver run down his spine. "What do you ask of me, my prince?" he asked, his voice trembling slightly. Udo's smile widened. "It's simple," he said, his voice dripping with malice. "My father's condition is worsening, and soon, the throne will pass to my brother. But I have no intention of letting that happen. You will prepare a potion, one that will make my father's illness seem worse than it is. Then, you will give my brother a different potion, one that will make him weak, too weak to take the throne." Ayadil's eyes widened in horror. "But, my prince, that is treachery. If the king or Prince Ife were to discover..." "They won't," Udo interrupted, his voice cold and threatening. "You will do as I say, or I will make sure you never see the light of day again. Do you understand?" Ayadil's heart pounded in his chest. He knew he had no choice but to obey the wicked prince. "I understand," he whispered, lowering his head in submission. And so, the physician did as he was told. The next morning, King Oba's condition took a sudden turn for the worse. The court was in turmoil as the physicians tried in vain to help the ailing king. Meanwhile, Prince Ife began to feel strangely weak and tired, his strength fading with each passing day. The people of Edo were distraught, and whispers of dark magic began to circulate among the villagers. As Udo watched his plan unfold, a sense of satisfaction filled him. Soon, his father would be gone, and his brother would be too weak to challenge him. He would finally have the throne, and all of Edo would bow before him. However, Udo's plan did not go unnoticed. A young servant named Amina, who had always been loyal to Prince Ife, noticed something strange. She had seen Aidil sneaking into Udo's chambers late at night, and she overheard their hushed conversations. Amina knew she had to act quickly if she wanted to save the prince and the kingdom. One night, as Udo slept, Amina crept into the castle's hidden passages and made her way to Prince Ife's chambers. She found the prince lying weakly in bed, his face pale and his eyes dull. Amina knelt beside him and gently shook his shoulder. "My prince," she whispered urgently, "I know what's happening. Prince Udo is behind your illness. He's working with the physician to keep you weak so that he can take the throne." Prince Ife's eyes widened in shock. "Udo," he whispered, his voice barely audible. "But why would he do such a thing?" "He wants the throne for himself," Amina explained. "But there's still time to stop him. I've overheard enough to know where Aidil keeps the potions. We can reverse this if we act quickly." With great effort, Ife nodded. "Thank you, Amina," he said, his voice filled with gratitude. "You are brave and loyal. I won't forget this." Amina quickly retrieved the antidote from Aidil's chambers and returned to Ife's side. With trembling hands, Ife drank the antidote, and within hours, his strength began to return. By morning, he was able to stand on his own, though he still felt weak. He knew he had to act quickly before Udo realized what had happened. Prince Ife, with Amina by his side, confronted Aidil. The physician, realizing that his treachery had been discovered, fell to his knees, begging for mercy. Ife spared his life but banished him from the kingdom, never to return. Then, with a heavy heart, Ife prepared to face his brother. When Udo saw his brother standing before him, strong and determined, he knew his plan had failed. Rage and fear twisted his face as he drew his sword, ready to fight for the throne he so desperately wanted. The brothers clashed in a fierce battle, swords flashing in the dim light of the throne room. Udo fought with wild fury, but his anger blinded him, and he made careless mistakes. Ife, though weakened from his ordeal, fought with calm precision, his love for his kingdom and his people giving him strength. In the end, Ife disarmed Udo, knocking him to the ground. Udo, realizing he had lost, tried to beg for mercy, but Ife could see the deceit in his brother's eyes. With a heavy heart, he called for the guards to take Udo away. "You are no longer a prince of Edo," Ife said, his voice filled with sorrow. "You have betrayed our family and our people. I cannot allow you to stay here and bring further harm to our kingdom. You are banished from Edo, never to return." Udo was led away in chains, his eyes filled with hatred. The people of Edo, who had once feared him, now breathed a sigh of relief. Prince Ife, their true leader, had saved them from his brother's wickedness. With Udo gone, peace returned to Edo. King Oba, though still weak, recovered enough to see his son take the throne. Prince Ife ruled with the same wisdom and kindness as his father, and the people of Edo prospered under his reign. The story of the wicked Prince Udo was told for generations, a reminder of the dangers of envy and greed, and the power of love and justice. And so, the kingdom of Edo continued to thrive, its people living in peace and harmony, forever grateful to the wise and just ruler who had saved them from the darkness within their own royal family.